tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namami buddhaṃ gunasāgaram tam sattā sada hontu sukhi avera. Kāyoti buddhyo sakalo dugamo gaccanti samme maranam ahañca. Namami dhammam sugatena desitam sattā sada hontu sukhi avera. Kāyo digunjo sakalo dugamo gaccanti samme maranam ahañca. Namami sangham dinaraja sakam sattā sada hontu sukhi avera. Kāyo nigunyo sakalo dugamo gaccanti samme maranam ahañca. So dear Dhamma friends, we continue our breathing meditation technique today. In the beginning, keep focus your mind to in front of your nose and your upper lip area, and let your inhalation exhalation happen itself. So don't try to inhale or exhale intensely. Just let it happen. And when it happens, recognize it as inhalation or recognize it as an exhalation. So you're not thinking and make it happen. So don't think. You have to shut down your thinking pattern and learn to observe. And so in the beginning, separately recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. That is the most important step that you have to take. The beginning step, foundation. So when the inhalation, exhalation, when you start to see clearly, then when the inhalation happens, be more focused and thoroughly observe from beginning, knowingly this is the beginning, this is the middle, and this is the end. This is the exhalation, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end of the exhalation. So that will help you to stay in one point, and the mind become more sharp and clear, and it will help you to calm down. Don't allow your mind to go here and there. And you go more deeper to inhalation, more deeper to exhalation. And when you come to the third step, observe the nature of the inhalation, exhalation. And sometimes it becomes long, sometimes it becomes shorter. And sometimes it becomes heavy, sometimes it becomes soft. And sometimes it warm or cold. So you're not making it happen like that way, but it happening and you observe it. These three steps will help you to calm down and develop your tranquility state, which we call samadhi. And from that, we turn our mind to the vipassana step, deeper understanding. So what is today, observing your inhalation, you're going to understand. And sometimes your inhalation becomes long and the next one becomes shorter. and then the exhalation becomes shorter, and maybe the next exhalation become longer. So each and every inhalation and exhalation different. So whatever the inhalation or exhalation you experience, it is only that moment that happened. It never going to happen again. That is a vipassana knowledge. So then how you can apply it to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind? Because your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, depending upon the inhalation, exhalation. Whatever the nature belong to inhalation, exhalation, you can see it through your entire body. So whatever the nature you see through your own body, you can see it through others. Then all these human beings in the world, the same nature you can see when you recognize the nature within yourself. So then whatever the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body experience in the moment, you experience only for that moment it is. It never going to happen again. Even though you see it happen again, it is different. It's kind of inhalation. And the inhalation, the next time inhalation, maybe you recognize it as inhalation. But when you go deeper, it is different than the previous one. Maybe it is longer, or maybe it is shorter, warmer or cold, soft or heavy. So like this, that vipassana knowledge, open your mind to recognize each and every moment that you experience in this life happening only for that moment. And according to the necessary conditions, things belong to that situation. That is a vipassana knowledge. And wherever you go and whatever you do, that knowledge will help you to go through the situation and maintain the situation. So then you're not going to repeat and in your mind, and you always, each and every moment, if you can stay in that moment, you always experience something new. That is help you to open your mind and to become new always and experience life moment by moment, moment by moment. So that will develop your consciousness moment by moment. When you develop it that for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's you increase your duration to being conscious. The moment, that means your inhalation or exhalation, even though you recognize this separately, still your consciousness keep focused to the inhalation, exhalation. You recognize it is different, at the same time you keep focused to the inhalation, exhalation. It's kind of like when you're driving, you keep looking forward, at the same time your foot giving the gas. Two different things, but it connecting with each other. You go forward because of you giving the gas, and at the same time you keep looking forward. So it doesn't mean your foot working and your consciousness go there. It doesn't mean you get blind or you're not going to see the forward. But you keep, and when you keep watching the front, it doesn't mean you forget the giving gas. So there is an interconnection with this. The same thing, you recognize the difference in between the inhalation and exhalation. At the same time you keep observing the inhalation, exhalation. Some people cannot do this too, and they just focus only for the one. So then as example, what is happening? They forget, observe the inhalation, exhalation, they start to remind the difference that they experience. So then what is happening? Your meditation, you not develop to go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. And in a certain place you stop, you stuck. So then remember to keep observe the inhalation, exhalation, at the same time recognize the nature. So if the mind go here and there, again and again bring it to your inhalation and exhalation, keep observing, keep observing. And so then at the same time, if you hear a voice, sound, if you smell something, if there is a sensation arise, if there is a thought arise, and see that experience happen only for that moment. So from where you recognize it from your breathing. And then see the beauty and see in that very moment whatever you experience without any other thought from related with the previous. If you able to stay with the whatever you experience with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind in this very moment, and your tranquility state become more stronger. At the same time your consciousness, that means knowingly you stay in that moment, that is the consciousness you develop. You know that you hearing, you know that you smelling, you know that the sensation arise, you know that the thought arise. So knowingly observing increase your consciousness. So remember that tranquility state you have to develop. At the same time you have to develop the consciousness. So you cannot just drop one. So in the beginning you have to practice this both, samatha and vipassana. You cannot separate these two things. There is in an advanced level, there are ways that you can just go to the vipassana, you can stay with the vipassana, or you can just stay with the samadhi. But remember to develop this both and experience this both knowingly, you observing, knowingly you seeing the difference. So in the beginning you observe inhalation, exhalation, and then this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end, and then the nature of the inhalation, exhalation, sometimes it become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. So in that way you recognize, and then see the whatever the inhalation or exhalation you experience, it is only for that moment. And then the next one going to be completely different. So the thing is here, that different you not make, it happening itself. Then the whatever in day-to-day life, things not going to be the same, it going to be the different. When you know that, your reactions going to be completely different. You react most of time thinking the same thing happening to you. No, it is different things happen. But when you don't see the different, you keep reacting the same way. So that is a vipassana knowledge that you gain, and that knowledge you need to apply to your life. So with your experience, try to get that knowledge, and through your breathing, through your meditation, try to experience it. So if the mind go here and there, again and again, bring it to the breathing and keep practice. Your right palm on your left, and the neck head straight in one line. Be comfortable with your posture. And scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Sopatveva or be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this evening to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this evening with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain with the present moment, observing your inhalation and exhalation. Relax your head, relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows, relax your eyes, relax your ears, relax your nose, relax your upper lip, relax your lower lip, relax your chin, relax your face muscles, relax your teeth, relax your tongue, relax your mouth, relax your throat, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your elbow, relax your arms, relax your forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax your abdominal organs. Relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot. And relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light. Through entire this compound, this village, this city, this state, this country, this world, in this universe. and as far as we can through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding ourselves like this. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion forward. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once. Bring the awareness to your body. Focus your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area. In the beginning, deeply we inhale, exhale 3 times and try to find the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. And keep focus your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area and let your inhalation, exhalation happen itself. So if you are a beginner or newcomer, and adjust your posture in the beginning, moving your upper body back and forth and moving your head up and down, and find the right place to feel the inhalation, exhalation clearly. So don't think yourself, learn to observe. Let go your all thoughts and bring your maximum effort to keep observe the inhalation, exhalation. Keep focus your mind to inhalation, exhalation. Knowingly observe the inhalation, exhalation. So, dear Dhamma friends, from the ancient time, people used to look the reasons for the life, why these things happen, how our life happen like this, from where it start, and when things come to us, how these things happen, what is the power behind this all. So according to the Buddha, and what the Buddha mentioned, because of the karma, the things happen. It is not a person. That because of the karma, these things happen to you. Your life bound with the karma. There is a deep inside, there is a bond between the karma. So the karma means your actions. So the actions, you start, there are three kind of actions: bodily, verbally, and mentally. So just the action not going to make a karma. Your intention giving power to your actions. So the intention is the very important thing. So who is the creator inside you? Your intention. It is not outside. Intention. So the thing is this: when you create a karma, and then what is happening? That karma time to time and become powerful and overtake your consciousness. And then maybe when your own action overtake your consciousness, you repeat the same action. And it kind of like when you repeating the action, the reaction become more powerful to take you in the same path. So when you practice meditation, what is happening? You start to observe and you start to recognize this karmic pattern. From where it start inside your mind. And when you recognize that pattern and you start to see the roots, the reasons why these thoughts come to you. When you able to see the reasons within you, that is where you can stop it. Otherwise, if you don't see the reasons, it doesn't matter whatever the things you keep doing in day-to-day life. When the time comes, the reasons start to overtake your life. And inside your consciousness, and start to overtake your life. So then that our life always depending from, if you look very carefully, then we have patterns to live. From where these patterns start? From where it comes? You think it is somebody else gave to you? And somebody else always watching behind you and and maintaining your life? Is there any power behind you and hold this everything and pushing you to certain directions? No. No. It is your own consciousness, that pattern created by yourself. So how that pattern created? That pattern created by yourself when you repeat the same action again and again and again and again. So when you don't repeat it, and it become powerless. Anything in your life. Ordinary ways, if you look very carefully in conventional life, if you don't repeat any action, it never going to become a habit inside you. But the thing is, when you start to repeat yourself, by thinking, by doing, but by saying. What is happening? It becomes your life. So, to overtake this situation, take out this the pattern, to shut down this circle, what you have to do? Just stopping actions not going to work. When you sometimes stop the actions, what is happening? Maybe your all the unprofitable actions start to come out. It kind of like when you don't planting anything, the weeds can overtake the land. So then what you have to do? You have to cultivate good patterns. That is what called the rituals or the discipline. So when you come to the disciplinary codes, and yourself, that the being discipline is very important, because that is the very beginning of changing the patterns of the karma. So the karma is kind of like the habit that you develop inside you, and it has a pattern, and when you are able to change the pattern by bodily, verbally and mentally action, there is no any other way. Remember, bodily action, verbally and mentally action, when you are able to change your pattern, that is where you start to change your karma. So, if you and waiting for someone else or something going to help for you to change your life, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It may be hearing that may be painful for you, but it's not going to happen. It's better you understand it now. Because then one day, even you have that hopes, and when you see it's not going to work, you can say, I knew that. I knew that. So that is important. And there are two ways. The people always, and developing this all the ethical codes, disciplinary codes in their life. And one is called Sammuti Vinaya. Sammuti Panyapti. Panyapti Vinaya. Panyapti Vinaya. And the other one called Dhamma Vinaya. Panyapti Vinaya means disciplinary codes that you put into your life, following the law and order, following the culture, following the traditions, and maybe even, not knowing the reasons. And sometimes you keep following certain things. It called Panyapti Vinaya. Panyapti means someone else decide. It should be like this. Like when you go to wedding, there is a tradition that you follow. When you go to funeral, there is a tradition you follow. Then it is a Panyapti Vinaya. Why? There is a cultural tradition you have to follow. That doesn't mean you become a good person. And maybe you, according to the situation, you can change that tradition. It's a kind of like an ethical code. It's kind of like ethical. When you go to funeral, you cannot wearing like you go to wedding and start to dance. And if you do that, everybody looked, what is this? But that doesn't mean, beyond your life, beyond your death, your life become, and you go into a very, low existence. That doesn't mean you creating kind of like unprofitable skill to your life. And to understand this, that in a public places, that you see bathroom, restroom, male, female. No, it is called panyapti vinaya. You decide it should be like this. So sometimes in a situations come, maybe the people go in the female bathrooms, nobody is there, and the male is a long line. Then what the male people do?
That never happens.
They sometimes they go to other one. That doesn't mean they go to low existence after they die. That doesn't mean they are bad people. And sometimes and the people, and you cannot take a U-turn, and you see the sign. But if there's no any police, sometimes you take U-turn. So that is a panyapti vinaya. But the thing is this: people accept and people obey the law, and thinking they are good people. That doesn't mean they're good. You can take a U-turn, but that doesn't mean you go to hell, and at the same time you follow all the traffic rules. That doesn't mean you go to higher existence after you die. But the most of people in day-to-day life, they follow ordinary disciplinary code and thinking they can become a higher, and they can attain to higher existence. No, it's not going to happen. You have to follow the Dhamma Vinaya. That Dhamma Vinaya means law of Dhamma. So the law of Dhamma is different. How? When you become greedy, you're going to have a pain. And you become a very trustworthy person, and you become very obey all the rules and regulations in the according to the country or according to the situation. But at the same time, you can become a greedy person. So that is the thing that you have to understand, what you develop inside you. So because if your own actions, and develop your greed, hatred, or the ignorance inside you, and that means, beyond your death, that you cannot go to a higher existence, or you cannot attain to the enlightenment. So then how you can recognize in day-to-day life within your bodily, verbally and mentally action? Be very clear. With your bodily, verbally and mentally action, just not the outside, because the panyapti vinaya don't see the consciousness inside the action. Don't touch the inside action. The panyapti vinaya always touch the outside, surface level of the society. You can wearing very nice, you can be very clean, you can go to a place and stay in that place according to the the necessary situation. You're not going to disturb to anybody. That doesn't mean what is happening inside your mind. And maybe you are looking very nice, and maybe you planning something else, to do some harm to someone. So the panyapti, but the most of people believing in this outside surface level, when you maintain a good life with the surface level, you're going to be good. No. So then be very careful yourself and look what is happening inside. Out of your actions, that whatever you keep doing, every day if you develop the doubt, okay, and in your mind always you get the doubt, and it is not become clear, and every day you create an unsatisfactory nature, and every day your mind become greedy, and you develop the hatred. Hmm? And then you have to be very careful and see why this is happening to me. The most of time what we do, when we don't have power to see our mind, we always blame to outside. No? That is where we disconnecting from the truth, because it happening inside, but you think the reasons outside. That is why people look for a creator from the outside. Why? Because they don't have power to see what is happening inside. Huh? So when you practice the meditation, it slowly start to take you to your mind, and through the mind you start to see your mental formations. Huh? When you are able to see your own mental formations, that is where you can uproot that thoughts. Otherwise you cannot. No? And this light is happening there. How you can know this? Unplugging that place. That is the point. Huh? So if you don't unplug from that, no, even you turn off the switch, turn off the main switch. When the main switch on, what will happen? This is going to come. But if you unplug 24/7, even the everything work, this is not going to work. Huh? It's not going to work. There is no way it can work. Huh? Same thing happening. When you take out your mental formation from inside you, even entire universe bring it something in front of you, you become unshakable. Even the whole world come against you, you become unshakable. Why? Inside you it is nothing. But when there is a mental formation inside you, even kind of like a little dust, outside, you're going to reflect your mind out of that little dust, and it become like a entire universe. So remember, then your creator is not the outside power. For other reasons, maybe there are many things can happen. No, because the entire universe with the full of energy. And that our this body also depending from many other ways. And if you look for the physical health, and the physical material success, maybe there are many other ways that you can go through. But to attain to enlightenment, to find the ultimate bliss of Nibbana, there is only one way. Okay? That is, go to your mind. There is no any other way. That is what the Buddha mentioned. So then in day-to-day life, if you look for the freedom, if you look for happiness, if you look for success, if you look for the certain development of your mind, your consciousness, remember the first thing you have to look, recognize what is happening here. Because whatever you understand the outside, it never going to change anything. And the recent few days that you see that there are, the people found out, it's kind of like 7 other planets, somewhere. Did anything change inside you? No. There's nothing going to change. See, the people, spending time and looking for entire, look, even we cannot imagine, it's kind of like a 400 life years or something like that, light years, something like that. It not, but even far away people go beyond that, find something. And there are people say, oh, there are, the planets, the full with the gold, diamonds, in the far away in the universe. So then some other companies try to make a machine, go there and bring all the diamonds here, but it doesn't make any change inside us. So then remember that somewhere you find the some other even the angels or the God or anything. Do you think it going to change anything what you hold inside you? No. So it's not going to change. But even the Panyapti Vinaya not going to change anything. Being a nice person not going to mean that you're going to that become you're going to develop your consciousness. No. There are lot of nice people become and it take only 1 second to go up and down and do worst thing in life. Huh? See, sometimes the people are not always bad. There are good people. They do a lot of good things in the life. But the thing is this: they follow the law and order, believing it going to bring their happiness, their success, and not knowing it is not the law and order. It is the law of nature going to bring their success. So how then you can recognize the law and order and law of nature? So in the very beginning, the law of nature, when you recognize the law of nature, always it make you more confident person, happy person, and relaxed person. When you observe the breathing, you recognize the law of nature. That is the Dhamma. And according to that you start to handle your life. So how it is, when you combine with the meditation, how you going to get it into your life. So look, the inhalation happen, exhalation happen. It's always changing. It always separating from you. That is the very nature you see when you observe your own inhalation, exhalation. If the breathing come, it doesn't go out, what will happen? You're going to die. So then it should go out. Even this every cell, as you know, moment by moment, what is happening? Separating. Make it two. And when one die, it make it two. It separate. It never going to hold one like this. It's always separate. That is the very nature happening inside you. When you recognize that, you're never going to hold anything to life. But when you don't see that, and you craving to the life, and when you craving to life, when you hold something, what the law you break? Law of nature. When you break the law of nature, what is happening? The pain start to come. It is not the law of order. When you break the law of nature, so then look yourself. Don't look, how that, this, that. No. Look, in case if you go through a pain, if you go through unhappiness, if there is a doubt inside you, if there is an unclearance inside you, somewhere, somehow, you keep breaking the law of nature. That is the point that you have to touch. So when you are able to fix that point, and your mind become clear. When your mind become clear, and your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body become clear. You know, when your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body become clear, you start to go beyond your eye. Have you ever thought there is something beyond this eye? There is something beyond this ear? You know, when the sound come and it start to become something else to you. You know, the sound is kind of like, you know, it's an idiot. That is the sound. But when it come to you, you know, it become kind of like some power. It get some power. You know, and even you have the highest consciousness within this entire, you know, within this entire all living beings, you know, and that word has power. When it go through your ear, it has power to drop that your consciousness and create an idiot. Hmm? When somebody blame to you, you know, and say something, and you lose everything. How you lose that? Where the power? Where it used? Because it is just a word. But where the power you get to lose that? And where you give power to that words? You know, inside you. So like that everything, whatever you see, whatever you hear, smell and taste and touch, in the thoughts, everything, you giving power inside you. It is a kind of like a powerhouse. So whatever come towards you, it is, till it come to you, it is neutral. It is neutral. Any words come to you, it is neutral. It doesn't have a power. You know? So as example, from another language, somebody blamed you. So one of your friend, you know, saying some nice word. Okay, he telling you, you know, good morning, good afternoon, you know, have a long life, you know, and other person blame to you. How you reply? Have a long life. Why? Because in your powerhouse, you know, what you know is something else. So then what is happening when you become conscious, you know, that inside this powerhouse, the whatever come from outside, you start to build up a filter with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. You start to, you know, create a filter inside you. That filter come out of your consciousness. If you are not conscious, you cannot filter the things. You just hold it to the world. No? So then look, are you having that kind of filter? No? As you know that anything go through the filter, that means it become clear, purified. So when the thoughts go, when the ideas go, when the sound go, when the smell go, when the sign go, when the touch go through the filter, the consciousness filter, it becomes clear. No? When you see it with the clear, no, there is no attachment. When there is no attachment, no, it not going to hold you. No, it become powerless. So then remember, Dhamma Vinaya is always whatever the things that you hold in that to yourself, or if you break the law of nature, no, that then it going to brings you suffering. So the more than the law of order, what the Buddha mentioned, the law of nature. So when you observe the inhalation, exhalation, you recognize this inhalation come to you, inhalation go. And the first thing, you know, it is you. The first thing you recognize is it is not you make things happen. It is not the, oh, I going to make this, I going to make inhalation, make exhalation. No, it happened. And then you recognize this body depending from the inhalation, exhalation. And that is where you drop the self-centered idea. You know? Because, and one inhalation become longer, one inhalation become shorter, and other one become heavy, other one become soft. So this when you see the nature, you see the differences in between this. No? And then you don't take anything as the same way, because you see the nature of the inhalation, exhalation. No? And once you drop the self-centered idea, this is me, you know, and you start to recognize within the inhalation, exhalation, how the impermanent happen. Because it is not going to be permanent. It always change. You know, when you see this impermanent, when you see this, it is always changing. It's always changing. You know, you're not going to claim it as you. No? So when you don't claim it as you, there is no attachment. You're not going to hold it. You know? And when you're not going to hold, there is no struggle. Why the struggles come to you? When you hold. In the physical, material, even the mentally, the whatever, the struggle comes when you hold. No? So holding means you breaking the law of nature. So then in day-to-day life, remember, you know, to getting to the wisdom, or the getting to the higher existence, or getting to the nirvana, you need that understanding. And so when you recognize this, you know, and what is happening, you become calm down. You not struggle. Why the struggle come? Because when we try to hold, it always a struggle. But when you recognize this, you become calm down, relax. You know. So when the situations come, you see it kind of like an inhalation, exhalation. You know, you're not going to struggle with that. What you do, you become calm down. Why? You know it's change. It change. You know, and you're not going to hold. And then yourself, you're not going to claim this is as me, oh sound come, oh this is me, nose, the smell come, this is me, even the taste come, oh I like this, oh I like that, I hate this. You're not going to claim like that. You become a neutral person, just surrender to the moment. Like your body surrender to your inhalation and exhalation. Look, the body, the inhalation come, it's not going to, you know, struggle, and the exhalation go, it's not going to struggle. No? That is the nature you recognize. That is the nature you have to understand with the outside world. No? Because struggling, otherwise holding things, it's going to make you painful. If you don't have this knowledge, you know, where are your life going to end with this struggle? Because when you are struggling, in case if you die, what will happen? You think you're going to go to heaven? If you struggle with this life, you know, how are you going to go to heaven even? You think that you're going to have a good life after the life? No. It's not going to happen. No. That everybody knows. Idhanandati pechanandati. No. If you are happy in this moment, the next moment going to become happy. If you are not happy in this moment, there is no way that you are going to be happy next moment. So in this lifetime, if you cannot be happy and calm and relaxed, how you know after the death you are going to get it? Huh? So that is what you have to recognize. Hmm? So then, when you recognize that what is happening, you calm down when the situations come. And you're not going to hold it, and you're not going to fight with that, and you drop the attachment to the situation. And when you drop the attachment, and there is no anger. When you drop the attachment, there is no anger. So always whatever the unsatisfactory nature or whatever the anger arise, there is a reason inside. What is the reason? There is an attachment. Otherwise it's not going to happen. So there was a very rich man during Buddha's time. He had only one son. And then the son died. So then what happened? And he was crying, and he will go to the cemetery early morning and start to cry. And then the evening come. The early morning he go to the cemetery, cry, And the friends came to him and told, don't do this, look, you become weak now, this is not going to work. You go to the temple, Buddha, the temple, and you can, get some advice. So then he went to the Buddha. And then the Buddha said right away, oh, you get worried, you get sad because of the attachment. And he was so upset about it. And on the way, there were some people gambling. And he asked from people, look, the Buddha say we get suffering because of the attachment. Is that true? Then people say, oh, he's crazy, And they start to blame to the Buddha. And he went to some other people, and everybody say, no, it's how? Because attachment brings us the happiness. And when you get attached to certain thing, you become happy. Yeah? So then how it going to bring you pain? Ordinary people cannot understand it. Because they always go to the attachment. They always look for the attachment. So then what happened? It even, the whole city was talking about it. Even the news came to the king. And the king told, look, what the Buddha said, because we get happy because of this all the attachment that we have. How it going to bring us the suffering? So then the queen came and told, if the Buddha said, there should be some truth. And then even the king start to fight with the queen, Oh, whatever Buddha say, you believe, So then she sent an advisor to the Buddha and asking what is, is he said like that, or what is the reason to that? And then the Buddha explained, because when it is not the death make you unhappy, the connection that you have to that person who died make the unhappiness. How many people die every day? And sometimes some other people die, people, become happy. Huh? People cheering, oh, that's good, that's good. Huh? So then how it is possible? If the death creates unhappiness, how some other people become happy? So that means your view or whatever the connection that you have to that person going to make happiness or unhappiness. So everything the same. Everything that in the in its material world also the same. So then be very clear, remember that whatever, because when you know the deep truth inside you, then whatever come to you as a husband, as a wife, as children, as parents, as friends, families, and in this human bond, or in even the material things, whatever the ultimate truth is, the attachment going to make you unhappy. End of things. Why? Because attach mean the before it attached, it was detached. It was free. That is why it attached. Huh? Everything what is happening, the whatever come from the dust, what happening, go back to dust. All the water coming from the ocean, what happening, go back to the ocean. It doesn't matter, what the way you going to hold it and the way you keep it. Finally, somehow, one day, it going to go back. So then you have to look. You came to with this world with your husband or wife or children and with the family. Huh? You came to this, born to this world with this all the material things and with the backpack and all the luggage and everything. And the boxes and everything. Huh? Nothing. You just came with the empty hand, with the naked body. Huh? After that you get this. And then you maintain these things nicely according to the situation and according to the necessary things. Knowingly, one day it will go back. Huh? So, and sometimes even if you look very carefully, how these things came to you, you don't know. You don't know what is the reason. How these things came to you. And today when you go back and this is mine, you can make a very, huge list of this material. And even maybe you don't know how it came to you. And at the same way, when it go, you don't know how it disappeared from you. You don't know how it disappeared. So don't keep look for the reasons. You will never find the reasons. Only reason that you have to recognize. What? If you attach to something, that is where this everything happening. So how you cannot deal with this outside world the way your body deal with your breathing. That is the challenge that you have. No need any dharma. Look how your entire head to toes, these all organs, how it deal with your breathing. That is why you living without any difficulty. If any organ, your heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, and try to hold the breath or the blood, what will happen? Any 1 second you cannot live. The people get the stroke, and see after that what happened. All the memory loss sometimes, entire part of their body, disconnect, and not going to work anymore. See, even it can happen like this. So then how this body work like this? The only thing is surrender to keep moving. No disturbance, no try to, stuck anywhere. Keep moving. Then look at your life. Look at your mind. How many places, how many things you reminding and stuck in your own past. You cannot let go. So then bring that nature to your life. Be like the breathing. Go with that. And don't hold it to anything. Don't claim anything as mine. Only thing is, when the situation comes, if you have to do something, do it in the right way. That is where you accept and you follow the law of nature. Do it in the right way. How? To recognize what is right. So whatever you do with your bodily, verbally and mentally action, and don't keep any hatred and anger and greed or any ignorance inside your mind. And that is where you're going to find the right path. That is what going to make you purify in your life. That is what going to make you uplift day by day to become better person. Then look yourself, and 10 years back, from 10 years to now, whatever the meditation you keep doing, whatever the religion you keep practice, whatever the rituals you keep doing, you no need to name, oh, it's like, this is like this. I go to this guru, I go to this monk, I go to this. Check yourself these three things. Are you more greedy than, within these 10 years? Before that time today, are you more greedy or are you more generous? Are you become more angry person or are you become more calm person now? Are your wisdom become more clear? You become more ignorance person. Because the doubt, unclearance, and you don't know what this is, and day by day that unclearance come to you. And the fear, when your mind become unclear, you become fearful. That is what happening most of time today. Most of people, and especially spiritual people, and they keep practice the spiritual rituals, they don't know what it is, and they get trapped. And then they cannot let go. The fear comes. Oh, if I don't do this, what will happen to me? And today, all over the world, the most, ignorance people, most of people, the practice the deeply certain kind of religious activities. Sometimes, look, and the most of time nowadays you can see this, the live, streaming, the how the this all the gurus, and they keep doing this workshop and that thing. See how the people ask the question from them, and see what kind of answers they giving back to the people, and go to the, this online and see how the people learning, and even the meditation, very famous gurus sometimes, and what they teaching, and how it going to, make more tangle their life inside the mind. So then yourself always remember, when you practice something, be very clear. Don't allow anybody to make you fool. So use your mind. How? Always look. Are you become more greedy person, hatred person, and are you become more doubtful person? Always the doubt arises me inside me. I don't know what is happening. I don't know how these things going to, make my clear the freedom. How I don't know how these things going to make me wise person. Look yourself. If you don't look, it's not going to happen. Why? Because your mental formation dual of your life. That is the beginning point. So don't try to just follow these outside things. It never going to, make your life clear. It's good because why? Because the outside nature, this conventional life, because we're living with other people, and it give us certain kind of comfort to maintain our life, not disturbing to ourselves and also not disturbing to others. So then you have to maintain that life also. That doesn't mean, oh, you become, more observing uh, the the law of nature or dharma, law of dhamma, and you should break the law of panyapti or the law of order. No, you have to follow that. Why? Because the law of order to bring you and have a comfortable life, ordinary ways. But that doesn't mean it's going to make you happy person or knowledge or wise person or going to make you free from this everything. To be free from everything, you have to see the law of nature, law of dhamma, how this thing happening. That is what called karma. Once you see it, you can change it. In the beginning, before the Buddha, even the people had the idea and they never believed you can change it. But how the Buddha said, you can change it, because he very clearly saw that how this is happening. That is why he told you can change it. So how you can change? From where your bad karma start? From where your bad karma start? With your bad action, with the bodily, verbally and mentally. So then change the pattern. How you can overtake the bad karma? Do the good karma. So what is the good karma means? Bodily, verbally and mentally action with the good intention. What is the good intention mean? It should be good for you, good for others, good for today, good for tomorrow, and even good it should good for the yesterday, and it not related with the greed, hatred or the delusion. Then if you do like that actions, there is no way it can bring you a pain or it can bring you a harm. So wherever you go in this world, even not in this planet or any other planets, or in this life, or after 100 lifetimes you come back, if you have done anything with the bodily, verbally and mentally action, and not related with the greed, hatred or the delusion, and if it is good for you and good for others, and there is no way it going to bring you any harm. That is what you have to develop. That is what you have to cultivate inside you, that kind of actions. Because we know, I keep doing these things, I keep follow these rituals, and early morning I do these things, at night before I sleep I do these things. But look yourself. Are you greedy person? Are you angry person? Are you get more disturbed? Are you get more unhappy? And are you get unsatisfied? And are you get unclearance inside? Forget about practicing that. What is the point? Find something to make you more clear, make you more happy, make you to take out your doubt inside you, make you to go towards the light, make you to always to find the peace inside you. Find that kind of actions. So that is where you become your own master. That is where, even if there are anyways the angels exist, or even the God or any other creators or any other higher source around you, they also going to respect you if you start like that. Why? As a human, that is where you use your real power. Because you become yourself. It not become egocentric. Why? Your ideas always, good for you and good for others. So to see that, when you go deeper in the surface level, and you see how the thoughts happening, and when you go deeper with your breathing, and you start to see your mental formations. So otherwise it's a kind of like a rubber ball, you push and hold it under the water, and when you take your hand out, it come up. So all the ordinary, this law of order and everything, and hold the, you like, rubber ball. And if the 9-1 not work for one day, what will happen? It's the all the police, and go away from the city, and you think what will happen? So the people become, more relaxed and calm. Why? Because they kind of like pushing the rubber ball inside the water, and it's kind of like when the police vehicle in front, everybody goes slow and nice, and but when there is no any police People go, it's forget about the, speed limit, They go there, see? This inside the same thing happening within us. And sometimes we look nice. Because when you go to the community, that is what you kind of like, you putting a mask. It is not the real nature inside. No. So try to be real inside. So when you see the law of dharma, law of nature, you become like that person. So it's kind of like not imitating. The most of the society, the most of the world, most of times, the people imitating. It is not the real. Why? Because they don't see. They have no choice. They see only the imitation. And they follow the imitation. But this art show you what is real, where it happened, and when you see it, and try to make it happen. So that is where your life go upward, day by day. Even the moment you start from that point, your life, going to change. So in the beginning, and it is important too that the follow the law and order, but at the same time remember to see the law of dharma, law of nature. Why? Because that is related with the karma. You have power to change it. You can do it. It's your intention. Somehow there is no way the intention going to come back to you. And so remember that your intention, somehow it comes. So then it is better to keep a good intention. That is the only way you can, be free. So it is you. And nobody can come to the middle of the karma. Rescue. So then, always, whenever the opportunities come, never do anything with the greed, hatred, and the delusion. In any situation, with anybody, always remember, be like the breathing. Don't struggle how the body deal with the breathing, and whatever the outside situation come, deal with the same way. Don't fight, don't struggle, don't hold. Just surrender. Let it come and go, let it come and go. You will see something beyond the action. You will experience something beyond the senses. That is where you really touch the power of the human consciousness. Otherwise, you just become like a child. And you kind of like a macho guy, but you always consciously you are a child. So don't give up this opportunity and try to, become a matured person consciously. You can do that. Many, enlightened masters have been doing that in the past. You also can do that. In deeper, you have power to do that. So don't miss this chance. And somehow, try to get there. How you can start? And with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and every day remember, don't respond like other people. Always be mature. Uplift your consciousness and do better than others. Without greed, hatred, and the delusion. Why? All the people today, you cannot trust anybody. All the people from religion to politics, economy and science, technology, and the doctors and everybody. cultivate the greed, hatred and the delusion. It is a great challenge for you to go towards other way. But it is beautiful. So, and another thing is, it is your responsibility. Because when you experience it, you have power to pass it to the other person. Otherwise, if you stuck with the other side, what you going to pass? The same way. So then it is your responsibility to experience it and share it with others. Okay, is there any question, please? Okay, we do loving kindness meditation for a moment also. Palms together and repeat after me. Maya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipatya Buddhang Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipatya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranamha Paribunjisami Idammi Punyang Asavakaya Vahang Hotu Sabbadukka Pamucchatu. May you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life, and finally may you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Please say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.